Now, it's optimal to do this when you have the bike actually on its bike stands, but I only have my kickstand right now. So for the time being, this is what you're gonna have to do. So you're gonna have to, so you see it's right here. That's the bag that says circle right there, right where my finger's on. That's the glass you're looking for. Now it's gonna look full because the bike's tilted. Now I'm gonna show you how much oil I ended up using out of that, I don't know, like 5 quart, whatever that was. And then I'm gonna show you where it's at now, and that's where you want it to be. So I'm gonna do this really carefully because I only got one hand. So as you can see, you see the level changing. That's the oil inside. I'm vertical right now, so you want to be right there. Not in the middle, but a little bit above. So look at that little, like, that, those 2 dots. You want to be closer to the top dot than the bottom dot, but not over the top dot. Now you can be a little bit over if you have to be. It's not a big deal, but if you're too far over, you can actually burn oil. So make sure you don't go any further than that. That's about as far as you can go. I like it right there. That's a good place to be. All right, so now you guys know what it looks like. And you set the bike down here. And then I'll show you how much I actually ended up using out of it. So on a flat surface here. So you can see there's these little marks here, right? I'm down there. So I think every mark is a quart. So I think I used about almost 1.5 quarts is left. So I used about, I would say, one, two, I would say about three and almost three, about 3.5 quarts. I think would be good. I could be reading that wrong though, because it says L on one side and quart on the other. I mean, quarts. These marks are quarts, and this marks are, I think, liters. I'm assuming. So yeah, I go by quarts. So QT. Yeah. So yeah, we're pretty much about 3.25 quarts of oil to make it perfect. Now, this may your bike might have a deeper oil reservoir. It might have a turbo in it, so maybe you need to actually have more oil because it's going to get siphoned up through the turbo to help lubricate the turbo. So realistically, that shouldn't necessarily apply to everybody, but I think that's a good rule of thumb for my bike, my year. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's how you change oil. Next part of this video, we're going to show you guys how to put the hoses on, put the clamps on for the hoses, and fill the system with liquid, with radiator coolant or engine ice, and bleed the system so that there's no air bubbles trapped, and talk about the reservoir and what you want to look for after you start your bike up and run it for a little bit. We're a little bit ways from that point, but I'm going to edit the videos together so you see. So it looks like we just jumped right to it. But there you go, guys. That's the oil filter and the oil and how you do it and how you do it without making a mess. Stay tuned, guys. Next episode's coming soon. Sorry. Stay tuned, guys. Next part is coming right now.